What's more fun, strategy or winging it? It probably depends on what kind of personality type you are. But as a creative, it's way more fun to just start and experiment than it is to strategize. I also think the benefit of that is you don't have to spend so much time thinking about it up here and not actually doing the work. And the work is where you learn. The work is where you make progress. The work is where you meet other people. The work is where you have time to yourself to actually feel something, to communicate with your higher self. The work is the fun. And now, if your work is not fun, I would suggest, how could you make it more fun? What could you do differently? I mean, could you ask yourself, I've done it this way for so long. What would happen if I changed it up? Or think about it through your kid's eyes. If your kid was tasked with doing this, how would they do it? Would they do it totally different? Probably. And that is the genius of either doing something new or reinventing something that you've been doing for a while. I coach women on their reinventions. They've come to me with their career experiences, with what they've overcome, with their interests, and we sit down together and I show up a mirror of the possibilities and the potential that they have to do something different and to introduce new fun ways to actually bring it into life. See, I love working in this framework called MVE, and it's something I made up, and it's a twist from MVP, which if you were an entrepreneur or in the world, an MVP is a minimal viable product. A minimal viable product is when you try to spend the least amount of money to put something out there to test it to see if people would like it. You do that with software. It could be a wireframe. If you're a clothing designer, you might design something at first in a less expensive fabric in order to test to see if the pattern is right. We can do that with our experiments too. So my framework is the minimum viable experiment. What can you do to experiment on your creative goal, on your mission, on your next career, on your side hustle? Taking it and breaking it down into little experiments is the way to go. Now, I don't want you to plan 10 experiments in a row. That's not how MVE works. MVE works 1 week at a time. So I would assign you a 1 week assignment where you test something out. And then we would gather afterwards and we'd figure out what we need to do for the next week. What did we learn? What did we like? What worked? What didn't work? And then you keep building on that and iterating on that. It's kind of like design thinking, where you think of the idea, you test it, you improve it, you test it again. That's what we're doing with MVE. Now, I have a 7-day challenge coming up, and I'm calling it the Fun Through the Fear. If you're following me, then I think you've got something inside. I think you've got an idea. I think you're ready to do something. And as scary as it sounds, pushing through that with me and other women is your next assignment. The project will give you 7 days of little experiments to try. And at the end, you will see what changed, what you like, what you didn't like, and you will have a way better idea of your next step. And you'll be a whole step ahead of where you are right now. Are you in the same place right now as you were a year ago? Do you know this year's almost over? Are you ready to have some momentum before we get into 2027? You should be. You should be. All right. So, fun through the fear. That's what we're doing. 7 days. All the information to join us is below. It'll be an online experience. It will be experiments in real life. It will be meeting other women who are doing it with you. And it's time. It's time. It is almost 2027. Let's do this before New Year's.